What if I told you the next fall that changes your life might not happen because your legs are weak, but because your balance has quietly stopped protecting you? As a physician who has worked with older adults for decades, I've seen how one unexpected fall can take away confidence long before it takes away mobility. The hardest part is that balance often declines so gradually you don't notice it until an ordinary moment, a curb, a hallway, or getting out of bed at night, suddenly feels unsafe. The good news is that your balance can be retrained. In this video, I'll show you one of the most effective balance exercises to help reduce your risk of falling after 60 and explain why this simple movement can make every step feel steadier and more secure. Before we dive in, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you hit that button and turn on the bell, so you never miss another health tip made just for you. If you enjoy this video, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 to let me know how I can make better content for you. 1. Chair, rise, balance, reset. Many people believe the most dangerous part of walking happens after they have already taken a few steps. In reality, one of the highest risk moments comes before walking even begins. It happens during the first few seconds after standing up. As a physician, I've seen many older adults lose their balance not because they were weak, but because they stood up too quickly. When you rise from a chair, several systems in your body have to work together at once. Your leg muscles must support your weight. Your blood pressure needs a moment to adjust. Your brain has to recognize your new position. Your feet must establish a stable connection with the floor. If any one of these systems is slightly slower than it once was, you may feel unsteady before you even realize it. That's why I recommend the Chair Rise Balance Reset. Begin with a sturdy dining chair that will not slide or roll. Sit near the front of the seat with both feet flat on the floor about hip-width apart. Before standing, slide your feet slightly backward so your heels are closer beneath your knees. Lean your chest forward just enough so your nose moves over your toes. Now press evenly through both feet and slowly stand. If you need to use the armrests or the sides of the chair for support, that's perfectly fine. Safety always comes first. Here's the most important part. Once you're standing, don't start walking immediately. Pause for 3 full seconds. Take a slow breath. Feel both feet pressing into the floor. Relax your shoulders. Let your body settle before taking your first step. Then, when you feel completely steady, begin walking. To return to the chair, reach your hips backward. Bend your knees slowly and lower yourself with control instead of dropping into the seat. Repeat this movement 5 times. This exercise does much more than strengthen your legs. It teaches your brain a safer movement pattern that you will use dozens of times every day, from getting out of bed, standing from the dinner table, leaving church, getting out of the car, or rising from the toilet during the night. Remember this simple rule. Stand first. Stabilize second. Walk third. That 3-second pause may become one of the safest habits you ever develop after 60. 2. Curb step practice. Many falls don't happen because someone loses their balance completely. They happen because the foot fails to clear a very small obstacle. A curb outside the grocery store, the edge of the shower, a folded rug, a garden hose across the driveway. Even a tiny lip in a doorway can become dangerous when your toes no longer lift as easily as they once did. As we age, many people unknowingly begin taking flatter steps. The toes stay closer to the ground, and reaction time becomes a little slower. Most people don't notice this change until they catch a shoe on something unexpected. That's exactly why the curb step practice lift is so valuable. Stand beside a sturdy kitchen counter or heavy table where you can hold on with both hands if needed. Keep your feet about hip-width apart and your knees relaxed. Before moving, stand tall and look straight ahead instead of staring at your feet. In everyday life, your eyes need to stay aware of your surroundings while your body learns where your feet are. Shift your weight gently onto your left leg. Once you feel stable, slowly lift your right foot about 3 to 4 inches from the floor, as though you are stepping over a low curb. There's no need to raise your knee very high. Pause for 1 second, then lower your foot quietly back to the floor without stomping. Repeat 5 times before changing sides. Focus on lifting with control instead of swinging your leg forward. Keep your chest upright and allow your hips to stay level throughout the movement. As this exercise becomes easier, place a folded towel on the floor. Holding the counter lightly, step over the towel, pause, then carefully step back again. Never use an object that is tall, slippery, or unstable. This simple progression closely mimics real-life situations, such as stepping over a doorway, crossing a curb, or avoiding clutter around the house. Remember, preventing a fall isn't only about reacting quickly, it's about preparing your body before the obstacle appears. Practicing this movement for just 1 minute each day helps improve foot clearance, hip control, and body awareness, while giving you greater confidence every time you walk through your home or your community. Small improvements today can help prevent a life-changing fall tomorrow. 3. Hallway heel-toe. Confidence walk, standing still, is only one part of good balance. Real balance is tested every time you take a step. Many older adults believe they're walking normally until they begin paying attention to how their feet actually land. Over time, the steps often become shorter. The feet may drift wider apart. The toes don't lift as clearly, and every step becomes just a little less precise. Those small changes can quietly increase the risk of tripping. The hallway heel-toe confidence walk helps retrain your body to place each foot with greater accuracy and confidence. Choose a hallway or stand beside a long kitchen counter or wall where you can reach support whenever necessary. Avoid practicing this exercise in the middle of an open room. Stand tall with relaxed shoulders and look forward. You may glance downward occasionally, but try not to keep your eyes fixed on your feet the entire time. Take 1 slow step forward. Place the heel of your front foot close to the toes of your back foot, almost as though you're walking along a straight line. If that's too difficult, leave a small space between the feet. After each step, pause for 1 second. Feel both feet firmly connected to the floor before taking the next step. Continue for 5 slow steps. When finished, hold the wall or counter while turning around, then repeat the exercise in the opposite direction. If turning feels uncomfortable, simply return to your starting position and begin again. The goal isn't speed, it's precision. Each foot should land softly and deliberately. Avoid slapping your foot onto the floor or rushing through the movement. As your confidence improves, reduce the amount of support you use. Begin with your whole hand, then progress to fingertips, while always staying close enough to grab the wall if needed. This exercise strengthens the communication between your eyes, brain, ankles, and feet. That's important because many falls occur when the foot lands somewhere the brain didn't expect. Practice this exercise for about 1 minute every day. With time, you may notice greater confidence walking down hallways, entering stores, crossing parking lots, and navigating busy areas where careful foot placement makes all the difference. Every precise step you practice today helps build a safer, steadier tomorrow. The future of your balance is shaped by the choices you make today. Growing older does not mean your body suddenly becomes fragile overnight. More often, the changes happen quietly. Your muscles may lose a little strength each year, your reaction time may slow, your joints may become stiffer, and your brain may need an extra moment to coordinate each movement. None of these changes alone has to take away your independence, but together they can gradually increase your risk of falling if they are ignored. That is why understanding your body is just as important as exercising it. When you recognize the early signs of declining balance, you give yourself the opportunity to respond before a serious fall changes your life. Simple daily habits, standing up with control, lifting your feet carefully, placing each step with intention, and practicing safe balance exercises can help protect your mobility for years to come. After the age of 60, small decisions often matter more than dramatic ones. Thus, consistent minutes of balance practice each day may have a greater impact over the next 1, 3, or even 5 years than occasional bursts of intense activity. Every safe step you practice today is an investment in your future confidence, freedom, and quality of life. At the same time, remember that protecting yourself also means creating a safer environment. Remove loose rugs, improve lighting, wear supportive shoes, and never ignore persistent dizziness, numbness, or repeated loss of balance. Those symptoms deserve medical attention because they may point to conditions that should be evaluated early. The future is not determined by your age alone. It is shaped by the choices you make starting today. Be patient with your progress, stay consistent with your habits, and treat every step as an opportunity to preserve the independence you've worked so hard to build. Your goal is not simply to avoid falling. It is to continue living with confidence, strength, and the freedom to enjoy the years ahead. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.